Hello, hello. Excuse for the giant pile of bagged up books in the background. We're theoretically moving soon, but today I do have you a book haul. This is not quite as large as my book hauls of old. I've got about 11 books here, but I have been doing a lot better when it comes to not buying books. So let's get into it. First up, I do have The Study of Animal Languages by Lindsay Stern. I don't really know where this came from. It showed up at my doorstep with my name on it, which is, looks like a dazzlingly insightful and entertaining novel about the limitations of language, the fragility of love, and the ways we misunderstand each other and ourselves. Um, I'm not, this is, I don't think it's going to be my kind of thing, but it is, at the very least, it's short, so there's that. The next book that I received is actually a spin-off book for one of my favorite childhood series. So when I was growing up, I really enjoyed the Charlie Bone series, and my favorite character in that series was Gabriel Silk. And I think I looked it up on Tumblr or something, and I saw this book. I was like, wait, there was a book that was focused on this kid, and there was. So that is Gabriel and the Phantom Sleepers by Jenny Nimmo. This is like a side story for the Charlie Bone series. I believe that will be Gabriel. So this is his whole thing, because the Charlie Bone series is about this academy that has kids who can do some different kind of, like, have some extra talents, and Gabriel could feel emotions in clothes, or like see the past of clothes, like that. He was really interesting. I really enjoy. I don't really remember why he was my favorite. I just remember that he was. So it's exciting though. It's fun. I was not expecting there to be a book kind of centered on him. Then I've got some manga. I did get volume 5 of Hitorjime My Hero by Mimiko Ari. I have been slowly collecting and reading this series. This is not a trope that I like very much, but I think just the fact, like, Setagawa is one of my favorite protagonists ever. I think that's kind of helping me through it, even though I wish that he would like get with his age appropriate friend and not his teacher. It's weird. It's a little weird. It's not like my thing, but I do think that the way that the story is set up, it makes me enjoy it a little bit more. I don't know. No relationships in the series are good, but it's just like trash that I just keep on reading. This next one I have actually already read, and it was weird. It wasn't really my thing either. I'm having great luck here. That's Yagi the Bookshop Goat by Fumi Furukawa. I read this actually on the 27th of May, and this is like a very specific person. It should be reading this. I don't think I'm that person. This is what, like, this was. If you can see, they're kind of anthropomorphized. It's so, like, this one's a goat, and it's like people don't like to hire goats as in like bookshops, because goats eat paper and they just eat the books. And then there's this wolf, and like, I'm not quite sure. I think I gave it 2 out of 5 stars when I read it. It was just like weird and not like my thing. Like, I feel this is very definitely for somebody, and that somebody is not me. The writing style was pretty cute though. Not writing style, art style. Then I've got the final 2 in the Gone series. I have been rereading and collecting the Gone series, which was like one of my favorite childhood series. Actually, I've read the first 4. I read books 2 through 4 this week, and I just like, it's still one of my favorite series. But I did also grab books 5 and 6. So now I have them all. I can finish reading it and ball my eyes out at late. But I've got Fear, which is book 5, and The Light, which is book 6. I'm specifically getting the hardcovers and the terrible old covers, not the new fancy paperbacks. So the Gone series is about this town called Perdido Beach in California. And one day, this like big like bubble appears kind of around the town with like a 10-mile radius centering on the power plant, and everybody over the age of 14 disappears. Unfortunately, there are also a lot of mutations happening at like this rapid rate, and there were some kids who have had these powers like a little bit before this whole thing happened. And it's about, I mean, this series has everything. You know, it's got cannibalism, it's got powers, it's got people selling drugs to 8-year-olds. My man Howard, favorite character. It's got bullies who turn into large piles of gravel. It's got whip hand. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I have not read the sequel trilogy yet for a couple of reasons. Partially, I just also it's because it hasn't popped up in the book wall, and I have like 1900 books to read. But also, I know it's just like I'm like a little worried that I'm not gonna like it as much, and also like my favorite character dies in this one, so like my second favorite character dies in Plague, which I just read, and my favorite character dies in Fear. I'm like, and pretty soon in Fear too, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, yeah, yep, I found it. Page 185. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sad again. Anyway, then I got some more manga. I got Food Wars Volume 2. I read Volume 1 a while ago. This is a weird series also. I realize that my taste in manga is like not good. I don't know. I realize it's not good. Then again, so when I'm getting books, a lot of times I've got a lot of books I just like save for later on my Amazon cart, and then I just do like a randomizer. I just like randomize what books I'm gonna get, and so I ended up with Double Talk by Tara Lynn Mitchell, which is a indie romance, I believe. Sports. I watch so many people who do like romance stuff, and then I want to read them and I want to like them, and I don't know if I ever do, but I keep buying them and looking for them, and I like supporting indie authors anyway, because as a self-published author, I like supporting indie authors. But we'll see how this goes. And then got another, probably honestly looking at the state of this, probably the best manga in the set. Given Volume 1. I actually started watching the show. This is about this kid who, it's about music and stuff like that. This kid has this band. I only watched episode 1, but I decided to grab the first volume of the manga because the show is really cute, really good, and so I'm excited to read the manga. It's got pretty kind of typical art style, but a good one. And then I also picked up another Aaron Beauregard book. I've read 2 Aaron Beauregard books. I read The Slob and I read Dark Assembly. I picked up Pizza Face. So this is, I believe, another set of short stories like Dark Assembly. It's a little bit longer though, so we'll see. They look to be kind of longer short stories, maybe there are 5 of them and it's 172 pages, so they're quite a bit longer than the ones in Dark Assembly were, but that's, not complaining. This guy is kind of, right now, he is the splatterpunks kind of baby right now is Aaron Beauregard. He puts out a ton of stuff. I intend to read all of his stuff at some point because he's fun. He's definitely dark. And speaking of dark, I also had to get the second volume of Killing Stalking. I read Volume 1 last year. This came out, I believe, last December. Volume 3 comes out, I think, this year. This is... Don't read the series. This is about this guy who, is stalking his former classmate, but then it turns out his former classmate is, a serial killer, and he ends up captured, and it's, everybody in this series is just god-awful. Don't read this. But it's like this webtoon. It was a webtoon, and it got straight got some in English printing, which is fun. So yeah. Oh, I have never done a book haul and been able to hold up all the books that I received, but yeah, this right here, these are all the books that I received in the past couple of weeks. That is all. I'll talk to you later, and goodbye.